Still to come from 1, the Live Lounge. At midday, Gary Davis. Right now, it's Emperor Rosko.
BBC Radio 1 Vintage.
Ladies and gentlemen, reporting for duties. This is the Emperor Rosko. I was at Radio 1 1967 to 1976, and we've got memories for you. I was on stage in Paris. I was already, a fairly well-known DJ in France at the time. I anointed myself when I was called to duty on Caroline because I had been Le Président. And I'm going, I can't be Le Président in England because they don't have Président. They only have other things, and then I couldn't be anything else. What's the closest thing I can be? I can't be the king or queen, so I became an emperor. I sounded kind of imperial-ish, and that's how it started. Back in the day, the listeners to pirate radio were so euphoric to have something other than the BBC and its 1 hour of pop music that I think you could have, farted on the John and they would have loved it. It was just anything and everything, and the fact that I was crazy just went even more in my favor. Derek Chinnery showed up one day in the studio at Radio Luxembourg, where I was doing my show, sat there with his mouth open. I'm doing my Rosko French bit, self-op, screaming, horns going, bells ringing, parrots shrieking, all that kind of thing. And he said, we're starting a station called Radio 1, and we'd like you to be on it. I said, well, I'm not leaving here, not at $5,000 a week. He said, well, you can tape it. I said, now you're talking. I got my French engineer here. I said, you can press that button when I'm going to do my thing and blah, blah, blah. And he said, we're starting, I don't know, I can't remember when it was, on this Saturday of this date. And you're doing midday spin. You have an hour on Saturday. I said, fine. And we'll ship them every week to you. And the rest is history, as they say.
The king of rhythm and rhyme, having fun all the time.
A year later, when they had the national strike in France, it was a shutdown, not a strike. The whole country went into slow-mo. And I do remember that Luxembourg had said to me, now these are very trying times, Emperor, mon président. You mustn't agitate the people. I went, okay. And then I went right on the air that afternoon and kicked it off with dancing in the streets for all the demonstrators. And I was promptly sacked that afternoon. And I think that's just about probably when I packed and headed for the UK.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Saturday. You kind of caught us here, everybody in the groove, having a good time.
Just Midday Spin was it. 1 hour a week, and launched the Rosko Road Show, which was already existing in France. I think Derek said to me, can we do something else? And I said, well, why don't we do something that would involve the new music? And it would be a different format. I don't want to do the same thing. And we have some guests, and we don't tell them what we're playing. We played it all blind and let them comment on it. And they loved the idea. And then that started the round table.
Rosko, 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 Rosko's Round Table.
It's the first time I ever left, a decent job, so to speak. I think the last song I played was When Will I See You Again, and I did definitely shut the microphone off on that one because that brought a tear to my eye.
To hear the full interview, download the podcast at bbc.co.uk/Radio1Vintage.
BBC Radio 1. The UK's favorite DJs. Emperor Rosko. Radio 1 Vintage.
Radio 1, Emperor Rosko. Hi, everybody. All right, is everybody ready? Yeah! Gonna lay it on your mind, children. Hey! I'm
Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do, 'cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Oh! Hey! Well, my mama, papa told me, son, you got to make some money. If you wanna use a car to go right next Sunday. Well, I couldn't go to work, I told the boss I was sick.
Can't use a car cause you didn't work a lick.
Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do, 'cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. I said no, 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 no.
Son, but you're too young to vote.
Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do, 'cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
The Tropics. Summertime blues in land of 1,000 dancers. Everything's uptight, all right, out of sight. Groovy people, glad to have you. All right, yeah. You're on one, everybody's having fun. The number one geeter with the heater, your leader is here having no fear. We're gonna trip on back now and find Chuck Berry, if you're ready for that. We're gonna say bye-bye, Johnny. What else is new?
Radio 1's midday spin.
Yeah, Radio 1's midday spin.
She drew out all her money at the Southern Trust and put her little boy aboard a Greyhound bus, leaving Louisiana for the Golden West. Down came her tears from her happiness. Her own little son named Johnny B. Good was gonna make some motion pictures out in Hollywood. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye-bye, Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny B. Good. She remembered taking money earned from gathering crop and buying Johnny's guitar at a broker's shop. As long as he would play it by the railroad side and wouldn't get in trouble, he was satisfied. But never thought there'd ever come a day like this when she would have to give her son a goodbye kiss. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye-bye, Johnny. Bye-bye, Johnny, be good. She finally got the letter she was dreaming of. Johnny wrote and told her he had fell in love. As soon as he was married, he would bring her back and build a mansion for him by the railroad track. So every time they heard the locomotive roar, they'd be a standing, a waving in the kitchen door, howling bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye-bye, Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny, be good.
All right, a moody music maker there. Don't shut down, mommy, yo. This is your man, Rosko. Hit me, man. Everything's all right in this grand land. All right at one time. The king of rhythm and rhyme, having fun all the time. Yeah, got a processed stew, dressing down, smelling sweet and saying, hit me with the sound one time. Here he is, little thunder, little Stevie Wonder, gonna lay it on you once there. Whoop it on me, baby.
is Radio 1. The time now is 12 o'clock, and now for the first time live from the studios of Radio 1 Club here in London, it's the Rosko Show. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Saturday. You kind of caught us here, everybody in the groove, having a good time. Paranoid Black Sabbath got 2 minutes after 12. Black Sabbath, Paranoid. And this is the first Rosko show coming from downtown, beautiful heart of London here. This is the Paris Theatre, and we're lots of good people here sitting down. That's the only problem. So if you want to get up and dance, you go ahead and do so. We're going to carry on as we normally do every Saturday. As you know, the show is extended, half an hour now. And during the course of that half hour, we're going to bring you, a lot more music. We got a lot of special things. We got a brand new song from Frida Payne to play for you as well. Happy day! Also want to say hello to a lot of people who've written in once again. So if you're ready for it, come on. Let's come alive with a little bit of that good jive. Before Mr. James Brown comes to town and sucks it to you. In the future, that's next week, Doris Troy will be here live on the stage with us. And then a big rock and roll Saturday coming up on the 17th with Roy Young. So don't forget to get your tickets in. Don't write to me for your tickets, by the way. You have to write in to the BBC Ticket Unit, W1A, 1AA, and specify the date you want to come. In the near future, we've got Elton John. We've got Christie definitely coming. And we've got a big reggae marathon coming up as well, very shortly with Desmond Decker, Dandy, Horace Fate, Bob and Marcia, and many other friends. So it'll be a kind of a big thing all in one time happening here on the Saturday. A lot of specials coming your way. Come with me right now and let's say hello just to one or two of the very nice people who wrote in here and sent in telegrams, by the way. Everybody who sent in a telegram, that was noted, by the way, and you are now on our preferred list of telegram senders. On the 25th, how about that? That's a wedding anniversary greeting to Ron from Elaine Brady of Wembley, from Carolyn Des, and hello to Dorian and Valerie in Manchester, and Jimmy and Ann Bonnet in Brighton, from all their friends of the old 41B. Now, you may ask yourself, what is the 41B? Well, the 41B is a very special place, and, well, let's invite one of their spokesmen over to mention it. You know, tell us about the... Can you tell us about it? Get on the top. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Get on up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Get on up. Get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like a loving machine. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Taste. Get on up. feeling. Get on up. Sure as you're born. Get on up. Get it together. Right on, right on. 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 Get up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. And then shake your money maker. 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 Get up. Get on up. 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 Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Can we hit it like we did one more time from the top? Can we hit it like that one more time? One more time. Let's hit it and quit. Go ahead. Can we hit it and quit? Yeah. Can we hit it and quit? Yeah. Can we hit it and quit? Yeah. Hit it.
Radio 1 Vintage.
Still to come on Radio 1 Vintage.
A radio wonderful weekend sums it all up for Jeff in Bedminster.
Rosko's Round Table.
I'm going. I've had enough.
Thank you very much. Please accept your award before you go.
Oh.
For the best laugh on Radio 1.
Radio 1 Vintage.
Now that you're gone, all that's left is a band of gold. All that's left of the dreams I hold is a band of gold, and the memories of what love could be. If you were still here with me, you took me from the shelter of a mother I had never known. I loved any other. We kissed after taking vows, but that night on a honeymoon, we stayed in separate rooms. I played in the darkness of my lonely room, filled with sadness, filled with gloom, hoping soon that you walk back through that door and love me like you tried before. Since you've been gone, all that's left is a band of gold. All that's left of the dreams I hold is a band of gold, and the dream of what love could be. If you are still here with me. Don't you know that I wait in the darkness of my lonely room, filled with sadness, filled with gloom, hoping soon that you walk back through that door and love me like you tried before. Since you've been gone for
Lovely young lady, Freda Payne. How about that number one almost around the world now?
The Rosko Show.
You got it!
Whiskey on Rosko.
Time shaken. 15 minutes after 12 o'clock, and it's time to declare a winner of last week's competition in which we played for you 6 American DJs, or 5 or 6. Anyway, we played you a whole bunch of American DJs, and these DJs were found on records that are available in shops, and it's called the Cruising Series, if by ever chance you wanted to buy one or two. And they were taken from the 1955, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 era of radio in America. So that it sounded a bit strange. That was the reason. And we asked you to vote for your favorite one out of the lot. And the one who would guess who would get the closest amount of votes for her or his favorite DJ would be the winner. And it went in the following order. The DJ who received the most votes was Arnie Woo Ginsberg. He received the most votes, and the person who guessed that he would receive the most votes and got the closest was Miss Heather Powell of 1 Dingle Avenue, Knutsford Road, Adderley Edge, Cheshire. And she gets 3 LPs of her choice. So Heather, you send me your list of 3 LPs, baby. You picked him, Arnie Ginsberg, and you were within 60 votes of guessing how many he was going to receive. Jack Carney was 2nd, Joe Niagara was 3rd, Russ with Midnight was 4th, Rockin' Robin Zemo was 5th, and the other fella, well, he didn't get any votes at all, practically, so we won't mention it, right? So that was our competition. Miss Heather Powell, you are a winner. You have won 3 LPs of your choice. We'd like to thank you very much for participating. And Arnie Ginsberg will be on the Rosko Show soon from America to say thank you to everybody who voted for him. Now, if you want to have a little prance and a dance, you go right ahead.
Walking around in a height of a dream, and you don't know what to do. Your new love affair is over. He broke your heart in two. I'm here beside you. Remember me, God. I'm the one who was yours so long. I still got that loving feeling. So come to me, and you will see. Baby, I won't let you down. When you call, I'll be around. Anytime you need me, please believe me. Baby, I won't let you down. A new day is chasing the darkness away, and the sun keeps on peeping through. Look and you'll see it shining, shining on me and you. Oh, I'm ready to give you the love you need. Little guy, you can trust in me. I'll take away your heartache. I promise you that I'll be true. Baby, I won't let you down. When you call, I'll be around. Anytime you need me, please believe me. Baby, I won't let you down. Baby, I won't let you down. When you call, I'll be around. Anytime you need me, please believe me. Baby, I won't let you down. Baby, I won't let you down. When you call, I'll be around. Anytime you need me, please believe me. Baby, I won't let you down. Baby, I won't let you down. When you call.
That's a very lovely sound from Pickety Witch there, and baby, baby, I won't let you down. Right now, we're going to dedicate this next record to my Levi's. Yes, indeed.
I was born and raised down in Alabama.
Full of patches they
On
are.
a farm way back up in the woods.
One on my
I
kneecap.
was so ragged that folks used to call me Patches.
One of my
Mama
rummy bum
used to
bum.
tease me about it, goes deep down inside. He was hurt because he'd done all he could. My papa was a great old man. I can see him with his shovel in his hand. See, education he never had, but he did wonders when the time got bad. The little money from the crops he raised barely paid the bills we made. All life, it kicked him down to the ground. When he tried to get up, life would kick him back down. One day, Papa called me to his dying bed, put his hands on my shoulders. Tears, he said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son, to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. 2 days later, Papa passed away, and I became a man that day. So I told Mama I was gonna quit school, but she said that was Daddy's strictest rule. So every morning before I went to school, I fed the chickens and I chopped wood too. Sometimes I felt that I couldn't go on. I wanted to leave, just run away from home. But I would remember what my daddy said, with tears in his eyes on his dying bed. He said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son. I tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. Then one day a strong rain came and washed all the crops away. And at the age of 13, I thought I was carrying the weight of the whole world on my shoulders. Mama knew what I was going through because every day I had to work the fields, because that's the only way we got our meals. You see, I was the oldest of the family, and everybody just depending on me. Every night I heard my mama pray, Lord, give him strength to face another day. Though years are passing, all the kids are grown, the angels took mama to a brand new home. Lord knows, people, I've shedded tears, but my daddy's voice helped me through the years, saying, Patches, I'm depending on you, son, to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. Patches, I'm depending on you, son. I tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. I can still hear Mama's voice say, Patches, I'm depending on you, son, to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you.
Patches and Clarence Carter, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is. Let's get Blue Mink kind of warming up for me one time. Can you warm up for me? Hey, Mr. Bassman. Yes, indeed. Listen to the sound come along. My. All right, clap your hands. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You're looking good like you should. All right. Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, right now here on the Rosko Show, live with our first new show from the Paris studios. Well, the young lady, yes indeed, she got a soul ticket, she does. She's in there and she's looking good, looking good. Domesticated at the kitchen sink, the lead songstress of the Blue Mink. Ladies and gentlemen, hear the song from Little Miss, You Got It Ding Dong. Hey! How about that?
Rolling
That's right, and they'll be back for part 2 of the Blue Mink thing in a short time. Time checking right now for all the clock watchers. 13 minutes before 1 o'clock on the Rosko Show. Going back in time, finding an oldie goldie for Mr. Sam Cooke.
I hear something saying, that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're saying, that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they work so hard till the sun is going down, working on the highways and byways and wearing a frown. You hear them moaning their lives away, then you hear somebody say, that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. Can't you hear them saying, I'm going home one of these days. I'm going home, see my woman whom I love so dear. But meanwhile, I've got to work right here. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're saying, my work is so hard, give me water, I'm thirsty, my work is so hard,
Radio 1 Vintage.
You're listening to Radio on Vintage, and coming up next, it's me, Gary Davis. See you in about 20 minutes.
You've got a friend, the happy sound of Radio 1 Vintage. Roscoe's Round Table.
Arise, knights of the Round Table, and greet thy sovereign majesty.
Welcome to Insanity Personamus for the very last time. My guest today on the round table
last time.
will be Kid Jensen, Simon Bates, Paul Gammaccini, Tony Blackburn, Tom Brown, Alan Freeman, Ed Stewart, and Nightingale, David Hamilton, Dave Price. No, Dave Price. Dave Price is producing the program, but his name's on the same list. It should be. He's been doing it almost as long as I have, and he's still alive to tell about it, which is the important thing. A lot of music to get through, and a welcome to Kid Jensen making his debut performance.
That's right. Hi. Nice to be with you again. We've been together before, though.
Yes, you have. You did it to me up north. Anyway, this is your virginal appearance, and I do hope that your angelic vibrations will carry you through.
Thank you. That's why I'm wearing my
First
white
time here.
Radio 1 t-shirt today.
Meet the tallest man in broadcasting, Simon Bates.
Hell up
Kid,
here.
meet Simon.
Hello,
Hi,
Kid.
Simon.
Actually, I looked after his stomach on Sunday, so you should know me pretty well.
Very good. Very good indeed. All right, and Paul, welcome to the round table again.
I'm not supposed to talk today until the second record.
Oh, all right. We'll get back to you later. Alan Freeman wandering around, and he's blessing the room for the moment. We carry on with Pilot on EMI and Penny in My Pocket.
I'm down, but don't worry, no money, no time. Not a penny in my pocket. I've got love, but who wants it? So lonely, I'm told to give love, don't
also welcome Paul Gambaccini to the program, as there are so many. I mean, I've never seen so many disc jockeys around one
It's
table
in and out.
here.
Musical chairs around the round table.
That was Pilot, Penny in My Pocket on EMI from the album Morning Heights. I don't think I'm going to say anything bad about anybody today for the simple reason they may need a roadie in the near future, you know, and I'm a qualified road manager, and they may need a roadie in the future. So I quite like that by Pilot. Paul.
Well, I think the problem is that the group has lost two of its members, I believe, and they've also lost their former producer who made their hits. So they're really in need of a new direction, and I think that this really isn't it.
I think it's lovely. I think it's great.
I don't even have to call out your names now because you're all well-trained around this table.
Yes, sir.
A little bit later on, I shall be giving out all my awards to all the fellows who are here today because over the years, they've all kind of developed a little personality around the table when confronting the Emperor, and I shall announce their awards and for what they're being given a little bit later on. Kid, you're kind of too new at it to get an award for the moment, so you'll just have a little champagne with us and give us your thoughts on Pilot.
Like it very much. Unfortunately, it's a band that's suffering from some sort of image crisis. It's been widely publicized because the kids aren't buying the records. The teeny bop appeal thing worked for them at first, but not now, and I don't understand why, because they're one of the very few British groups with a real personalized sound, much as the Bee Gees or the Beatles or some of the other major groups of the mid-'60s had. And I've liked everything they've put out, and that included. It's from an album recorded in Canada, too.
He's very good, isn't he?
Yes, not bad for an amateur.
As well, isn't it?
Very good. Don't like that.
The Supremes have a greatest hits album yet again out on Tamala, and this is Nathan Jones from that album.
As I recall, and you walk slowly down the hall. You said you had to get away to ease your mind, and all you needed was just a little time. Oh, winter's past, spring and fall. You never wrote me. You never called. Nathan Jones, you've been gone too long. Gone too long. If a woman could die of tears, Nathan Jones, I wouldn't be here. That key that you're holding won't fit my door, and there's no room in my heart for you no more. Call winter's past, spring and fall. You never wrote me, never called. Nathan Jones, you've been gone too long.
Nathan Jones from the Supremes from the LP Greatest Hits on Tamala Motown, and well, I think it just seems to be happening all the time, but there's a tremendous revival of Tamala music, hundreds of their tunes suddenly out on the market, and I would assume in the very near future that the charts will be inundated. Mr. Gambaccini.
Well, that is one side of a two-sided Supremes oldies release, the other side being Stoned Love, and those are the best of the post-Diana Ross releases, which prove that there was life after Diana, and I think it's good value for money for anyone who isn't familiar with the Supremes catalog.
All right, Kid, diving back into your past, I mean, you were always kind of into your heavy music. What do you think of this here?
Well, I don't know. There's nothing much to say about it. I already hit and all that. I like the new direction of the Supremes, like their LP High Energy, which was a recent album release. I like that sort of direction that they were going into. But obviously a good disco sound, good production and all that. And whether it makes it again or not, I don't know. I don't really like reissues very much.
Simon Bates.
I never understand why people don't like reissues. It's always a chance to sort of grab the record that you missed the first time. I think it's knockout. Absolutely lovely. And it's the sort of thing I'd like to hear on a Saturday morning.
Did you nick my pack of fags?
I nicked your
without
pack of
even
fags,
looking?
and I'm going because John Peel's just come in, and he always makes me feel stupid. I'm going. I've had enough.
Thank you very much. Please accept your award before you go.
Oh.
For the best laugh on Radio 1.
I don't believe it.
That is what I put you down here for the best laugher on Radio 1.
What do I get?
Your award will be outside. A year's supply of Rosko posters. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
And next, somebody coming up shortly, Demis Roussos, When Forever Has Gone. This is on Philip Records, 20 before 5 our time on 247 on a memorable occasion. John Peel has wandered into the studio. Nice to see John with his brand new sweatshirt on. Feeling good all over. That's our job.
Close to me, my heart is aflame. Just the brush of your lips, and I call out your name. Then I rest in your arms, and I know that you are true. But you still understand, that's the mystery of you.
I do hope your machines are functioning correctly for this epic program, the ultimate radio program, the last of a 9-year series. No, I do say that. I try to be very flippant today, even though it is kind of a really downer situation this morning, because every time I look at something or I think of something, I think, wow, it's the last time I'm doing it, and it's kind of very hard to keep on top of it.
247! How on earth do you follow last week's Radio 1 Fun Day at Brands? Well, with round 18 of Radio 1's Production Saloon Car Championships at Alton Park on Saturday. That's how. I'm Simon Bates, and it'll be my privilege to present the awards for the first time at Alton on Saturday. So see you round about midday at Alton Park.
Radio 1. I feel it only fair to comment that if you are going to see Simon Bates, that you bring all your oxygen masks with you. Take a stepladder or two, because he is the world's tallest disc jockey, and if you want to communicate with him, you've got to grab a pick and climb up there and whisper in his ear. Otherwise, it'll be like shouting at the Empire State Building.
What a drag it is, these gold-made jeans. Is this the coolest way to get through your teens? Well, I cut my hair with, I read that it was in. I looked like a rooster that was trying to raise again. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Why don't you get away? I'm gonna live today. My room and I fell down on my knees. Well, I thought the 15 was gonna be a breeze. I picked up my guitar to blast away the clouds. But somebody in the next room, yeah, you gotta turn that damn thing down. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Why don't you get away?
It's 11:14 over a very sunny London with the Emperor. Oh, yeah, those rays of sunshine bask in the roof and keep your house warm.
Say, brother, what's going on? Did you know that Alice Cooper was moving into your neighborhood? Alice is coming.
Too busy. I'm too hurt.
No, Alice is coming to move in.
No, hell no.
Yeah, he is. Moving right next to you,
There's a million
child.
reasons why.
What's that?
Why I always think of you.
That's a shocker, man. Hooray! I think I got over my mid-morning blues for the morning. Get back to action here. Got a beautiful couple getting married, Barbara and Jeff at 3 o'clock. And that's happening near Wigan, and Jillian and John. It's also Jeff's 21st as well, so it's kind of a double celebration. Happiness to you, and official wedding certificate going off to you. Compliments of the Emperor on that last famous Saturday. Christine and Jim at 3, St. Luke's is the place. Well, that's the church anyway. Sorry, Vicar. Maidenhead the place, and Dot and Ted overall send you lots of love. I think it's almost time to open the proverbial bottle. Little celebration is in order here this morning. Karen Turner and Michael Rogerson at 3 o'clock, St. Lawrence Church in Eastwood from Sheila Stevens. And Julie Horn and Kenny Richards. Getting married at 3. Mom and Dad Horn of Dunstable send you lots of love. Not forgetting Sister Karen. I'm looking, it's hard to read this because I'm looking apprehensively at this most enormous mountain of champagne, which has been sent by Brian. Is it? Oh! You won't believe what Dishy Dave has done. He's shot the microphone. He actually socked it to an 86-pound microphone, which has a dent in it, and the superiors will be on to you for that. Better hide it quick, right? Hide it in the cupboard. They won't know where. I won't tell them. If nobody writes in and tells them, you'll be all right. Now back to my weddings, and I'd like to share my glass of champagne this morning with Brenda Stadden and Barry Flewitt. And all the newlyweds. Lots of love to you, Brendan Barry, from Mum and Dad and Sue, and all the gang in Somerset. Will Jillian Bailey and Jamie Merritt share with me? Love from Maureen and Vaughn. Penny Hives, what was that horrible noise? That sounded positively rude, like a Hamilton special that did. Now, please. Oh, it's another one. Could you jiggle that up and down? I'm sure the folks in the... Dude, I'll give it to you without music, Dave. Go on, one more time. That was the most beautiful noise. Listen to this. Oh, my God. And again, and again. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, Dave. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Well, you can talk about your Julie and your Peggy Sue. You can keep your Miss Molly and your Mary Lou. But when it comes to the chicken or the doing the bop, I got a girl they call the Queen of the Hop. Well, I love my queen. Do you know who I mean? Sweet little 16. Yes, that's my queen. Well, she wears short shorts and rock and roll shoes. You ought to see her dance to the Yellow Dog Blues. She's my sugar time baby, I'm a lollipop. And everybody knows I love my Queen of the Hop. Well, I love my queen. Do you know who I mean? Sweet little 16. Yes, that's my queen. Well, she tunes in the bandstand every day to watch the kids a dancing across the USA. She don't care about a thing except in rock and roll. My baby drives me crazy when she does the stroll, yeah. Well, she tunes in the bandstand every day to watch the kids a dance across the USA. She don't care about a thing except in rock and roll. My baby drives me crazy when she does the stroll. Well, I love my queen. Do you know who I mean? Sweet little 16. Yes, that's my queen. Well, that's my queen. Yes, that's my queen. Oh, well, that's my queen. Yes, that's my
The Rosko Show
Was a copyrighted feature and may not be reproduced.
1972.